At the World Government Summit, I am being joined by two football stars, 6'6", 6'5", and I feel further small here in my height, Terron Armstead and Jalen Phillips. These athletes represent elite performance, leadership under pressure, and global growth of NFL. So thank you for speaking to India today. What brings two superstars of football to a place such as this, where conversations are around future and governments and policies?
Yeah, so as we were speaking about earlier, being a football athlete, there's a lot of influence that we have. There's obviously massive exposure across the world, and the NFL is growing in popularity in many countries around the world. And so being that we have influence, we have a responsibility to be good role models and to, encourage people to do their best and to, shoot for the stars. So we're here just, representing ourselves, representing pro athlete community, and just enjoying this amazing experience.
Okay, shoot for the stars. Perhaps you look different. The world looks different from your height.
Maybe a little bit.
Terron?
Yeah, no, we're here like Jalen said. We're representing pro athlete community, but it's stars here from different industries, different businesses, different walks of life, different sports. I have to give a shout out to Leander Paes for what he's doing in India. He's a superstar, known worldwide, but what he's doing in India, changing lives for millions and millions of the youth in India. I aspire to do the same thing back home in America, in Illinois. So we're really just we're here sharing ideas, thoughts, and finding ways to be a positive impact on the world.
You've played at the highest level for nearly a decade, Terron. Yes? 12 years and counting, and it's been fascinating for you. For a 15-year-old in India, what will you be telling them? Because as far as football is concerned, it isn't like cricket in India, because cricket is seen as religion in India.
Yeah, for a young athlete in India, I would tell them that talent plays a part, but hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. So you can't. There's no shortcuts to becoming a professional. You have to truly go after your dream in a way that many people are not willing to. That you have to learn how to be comfortable being uncomfortable. That's through your training, through your diet, and really pursuing a dream. And that's not even just sports. That can be in any walk of life. If you really want to achieve something, hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard.
On field, you are opposite to each other.
Yes.
The role is different, but it's also about collaboration.
Yeah, absolutely. We are on opposite sides of the field, but being teammates at one time, we have to work together for the common goal, which I think is the beautiful thing about team sports. It's not just about your job, it's about the job of everybody on the field. And so you have a responsibility for your teammates and for yourself that everybody has to do their job to accomplish success.
Middle East in particular, we are seeing a lot of experiment which is happening in the field of sports, newer spaces opening up, circuit like F1 being created in Saudi Arabia. The sense is that newer sports should be given priority. Similarly, this is what we are seeing in India. Like cricket sees something like IPL, Indian Premier League, which has reshaped cricket. Then Women Premier League, which has reshaped the role of women in cricket. And India is on the top of the game, just as women have been winning the World Cup as well. So, you have several broken bones, multiple injuries, rehabilitation as well. And so what keeps you going?
What keeps me going, I have a natural drive within myself to always strive to be the best version of myself possible, and I want to leave a legacy for my family and myself and have an impact on the world. Like I mentioned before, we have a lot of exposure and a lot of influence on people, especially the young generation. They look up to us and they want to be in our position, and so I like to use that platform to encourage people to try their best and never give up. So going through injuries and adversity, it just teaches you about hard work and dedication, and I think it improves you as a person.
So, tell me the number of injuries that you've had.
I had a ruptured, 3 surgeries on my wrist, 3 bones removed. I had ruptured Achilles, torn ACL, and then several sprains and strains and broken hand, different things like that. So yeah, a litany of injuries.
Terron?
No, I have how much time we got? Because I have a long list of injuries, long list. 5 surgeries on my right knee, 1 on my left, high ankle sprain, both legs, torn shoulder, surgery on my right hand, surgery on my right thumb, concussion before. So I've definitely been through a lot of injuries. But to Jalen's point, it's about your response to any adversity. Anytime you're faced with a challenge, it's an opportunity to respond, to grow and build your toughness, your fortitude, your willingness and drive to return. So it's an opportunity.
The best part of the sports is that you become almost like an ambassador for the young generation which watches you. Your behavior is almost seen as something that they can incorporate in their lives. But to both of you, longevity in this profession, would you say that it's very short-lived? Life of an athlete is short-lived. You have to have a plan B. What after this game?
Yeah, so the statistics show that the NFL average career length is only 2 to 3 years, so it's potentially a very short career span. I've been lucky enough to play 6 years. Terron obviously had 12 years under his belt, so we're very fortunate to have that longevity. But like you said, it's not promised, so I think it's very important to establish your life outside of football, your identity outside of football. And for me, especially while I'm still playing, I try to do everything that I can to build my opportunities and build my platform outside of football, which is why I'm here at this amazing conference, with the amazing business pro athlete community. We strive to just give people resources to be able to go into different fields and different business opportunities and really just expand their mind outside of the game.
But how is it? How does it actually work when athletes speak business? And are you really comfortable talking about business?
So I came into the NFL 13 years ago now, and when I first got there, my first few years, we did not discuss business at all. It was almost frowned upon to discuss or talk about anything outside of football. So into my last 2 or 3 years into the NFL, I've seen drastic change in that alone, the locker room discussions. We are discussing business, deal flow, new opportunities, and then comes along pro athlete community who's given opportunity to introduce and expose us athletes to industries we never thought about. Like really all we knew is sport. All we know is sport, all we know is physical. But the mental capacity and then longevity of life after retirement. In the NFL, you hit 30 years old, they tell you you're old man. It's time to get out of here. Like you're done. But now you enter into life and you have from 30 years old and to be whatever, 80, 90 years old, you can do business. So it's such a longer runway that you have to create a career and create your next business. And pro athlete community has really been the driving force and life changing for me. So it's so much more to be done. And I love the fact that athletes are getting into business, understanding finances, being collaborative with different companies and corporations. It's been amazing.
Both of you are tough. You're big, you're tall, and you're resilient. How does it feel to be so big? How important is it for athletes to be big?
Well, it feels good to be big. Sometimes it's a bit of a burden because it takes a lot of work to maintain this much muscle mass and this size. But I wouldn't say that athletes have to be big. You have a lot of undersized people that are incredible athletes. And within football, our position, you're kind of required to be big. But whether you're a running back or a wide receiver, you have a lot of slender and shorter people that are incredibly quick, incredibly agile and fast, and so they do extremely well in their respective positions. So I don't think you need to be big to be a great athlete, but it definitely helps.
Yeah, I would definitely piggyback on to his point. Like it's really the size of the heart, the size of the mind, the size of your drive. You don't have to be physically big. I play a position to where we do need strength and size to be able to stop these big guys right here. But it's not necessarily like a required. It's how much drive you have, There's a quote from Denzel Washington, and he said, like, there is no toughness. There's trained, and then there's untrained. So training can be tough, training can be difficult, but that's really it. Like, if you are trained to push through, or you're trained to make tackles, you're trained to protect the quarterback, that's where the toughness comes in, and that's where the size comes in, the size of the heart, the size of the mind, in my opinion.
Just look at this size, 6'5", 6'6", and I'm 5'3". So, so thank you for this conversation, and good to see both of you at the World Government Summit.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And I wanted to give a shout out to all my Indian people watching. India is an amazing country, and I'm excited to visit someday. So hopefully you can host me when I come to India.
Absolutely.
For sure. I would love to give a shout out as well. Thank you to India. Thank you, Maria, for this opportunity. And shout out to Leandra Pays again for being just an incredible human being. What he's doing, changing so many lives, millions of lives.
Okay, so before I let both of you go, a word on any of the Indian sports persons that you like, or you admire, or you've watched their game. Any.
You know,
Cricketer.
I wish I knew more about cricket. I would love to learn more and to watch some games. Unfortunately, in the United States, I don't think there's a lot of exposure to cricket unless you have exposure to that. So, yeah, I would love to learn. Really, one of the only Indian sports persons I know is Leander. I was able to meet him, and obviously he's a super accomplished person, an incredible athlete. So, yeah, I will be watching cricket after this, definitely. Yeah, as long as you guys watch football.
So that's going to be a trade-off.
Yeah, that'll be the trap. If you could tell us who is your top 3 cricketers of all time that we should watch, and that'll educate us on the sport.
I am going to tell you about the women cricket. You must watch women cricketers. Only last year, Indian women have won the World Cup. So I think the spotlight should be on the women cricketers.
Absolutely.
Thank you for this conversation, and thank you for joining us.